This is Piers Morgan Live. You're from Boston. It's your home city. It's been through a terrible, wounding experience. But this whole concept of Boston Strong is really alive and kicking with your show tonight. Tell me about how you feel.
Well, I think that's right. You know, it's been traumatic. It's a shock. You know, people feel as though people feel bad about what happened, and they want to respond. People want to. There's no way we can make it not have happened, but you know, we want people. I think people all over Boston want to show their concern and try to make whatever effort they can to pull together and to try to feel better about the city again.
You've obviously come into contact with victims along the way here. How are you finding that direct contact with these victims? What do you say to them to try and make their lives a little better?
Well, there's no real way to adequately respond or to minister, or, you know, I don't even think we can really understand entirely what's happened. The only thing you can do is just in the moment and at the point of contact, you know, try to offer offer support and friendship.
A lot of money has been raised by the concert and indeed since the Boston Marathon with various funds and appeals. You've, as a couple, donated $50,000. What do you think, from all you've gleaned about the way the money should be spent, is going to be the most effective way of using this large amount of cash?
I hope the people in charge of the concert who have been in direct contact with the families will have a sense of how they need it the most and what's the most effective way to distribute it. For me, it's a new definition of a kind of courage, and the first responders, the civilians. I know we think of a saint in our culture as someone, kind of an extreme definition like Mother Teresa. It's very hard to emulate that, I think, for people with kids and lives. But to me, it's a kind of saintly behavior that we've seen. And the people that have rolled up their sleeves and gotten down and dirty and helped these victims and the victims themselves, it's really a remarkable thing. And I know we feel really privileged to have met the victims, some of the victims.
And James, finally for you, what does it mean to you to be a Bostonian?
Well, I was born here. My father met my mother here.
He worked at Mass General.
Right, my dad was at Mass General, just across the way here. Kim has worked with the Boston Symphony for, I don't know, 30 years now, a long time.
30 years.
An unmentionable period of time. But you know, we feel very very connected here. We feel we're proud of Boston. It's funny, you know, Boston is such an inclusive place. It's so open and welcoming. You know, its Puritan beginnings notwithstanding, and this is so wrong. What's happened is it's so un-Boston, really. So we just feel a strong connection with the place and a sense of pride in all things Boston.